Have you ever heard of a soldier whose heart changed at the foot of the cross? A man who stood in the shadows of the darkest day and walked away filled with light? This is the story of a Roman centurion, a man of power, a man of war, but more than that, a man who saw the truth when the world turned dark. His name was Longinus, and his story begins on a hill called Golgotha. Welcome to the Bible Stories with Gian channel. Longinus was a Roman centurion. That means he was a leader over 100 soldiers. He wore a helmet made of iron and carried a sharp sword by his side. People feared him. He followed orders. He didn't ask questions. He had seen many people die on a cross. It was part of his job. Crucifixion was the way Rome punished those who disobeyed or rebelled. One morning he received orders. 3 men were to be crucified. 2 were thieves. 1 was called Jesus. Some said Jesus had healed the sick. Others said he spoke about God like no one else. But Longinus didn't care about that. To him, Jesus was just another man on another cross. The soldiers led Jesus through the streets. People shouted, some cried, but Jesus walked quietly. He carried his own cross. He was beaten, bruised, and bleeding. When they reached the hill, Longinus stood close. He watched as Jesus was nailed to the wood. He watched as the cross was lifted high, and he heard Jesus pray, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Longinus paused. That was not something men usually said from a cross. Most cursed, most screamed, but this man prayed. Hours passed. The sun stood high in the sky. But then, something strange happened. The light began to fade. The sky turned dark. It was not night, but the darkness felt heavy. Birds stopped singing. The wind grew quiet. The ground trembled. Longinus looked up. He had seen many things in his life, but never this. He felt something in his heart he could not explain. Jesus looked up too. With his last breath he cried, "It is finished." And then he died. The earth shook, rocks split. The great curtain in the temple was torn from top to bottom. Longinus fell to his knees. A deep fear came over him, but so did wonder. Who was this man? Could he really be the Son of God? Then something amazing happened. Longinus said, "Truly, this man was the Son of God." Those were powerful words from a Roman soldier, from a man who had helped carry out the crucifixion. Something inside him had changed. Some stories tell us that Longinus was the soldier who pierced Jesus' side with a spear. When he did, blood and water came out. A few drops touched Longinus's eyes, and something beautiful happened. His eyes were healed. Not just his eyes, but his heart too. He was no longer the same man. He no longer wanted to be a soldier of Rome. He wanted to follow the man he saw die with love and peace. He wanted to follow Jesus. Longinus left the army. He began to speak to others about Jesus. He told the story of the cross, of the darkness, of the voice that forgave. He told people that Jesus was not just a good man. He was the Son of God, and he had died for everyone, even for a soldier like him. People listened. Some believed, but others grew angry. The leaders of Rome didn't like that Longinus had become a Christian. They arrested him. They asked him to deny Jesus, but Longinus would not. He said, "I saw him. I know he lives." So they put him to death. But Longinus was not afraid. He died with peace in his heart, because he knew he would see Jesus again. The story of Longinus is more than a tale from long ago. It is a reminder for us today. It shows us that no one is too far from God's love. Not even a soldier with blood on his hands. Not even someone who made mistakes. Jesus forgave the ones who hurt him. He loved the ones who turned away. And he changed the heart of a Roman centurion. If he can do that for Longinus, he can do it for you too. You may feel like you've done things that are too bad to be forgiven. But remember Longinus. He stood at the cross. He saw the darkness, and he saw the light. He believed, and his life was never the same. Today, Jesus still invites us to look at the cross, to believe, to be changed, just like the soldier who found hope at the foot of the cross. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring Bible stories. Let the story of Longinus remind you, no heart is too hard for God to soften, no soul too lost for Him to find. See you in the next video, and remember, your story isn't over. It's just beginning. Take care. God bless you all.